so first of all, my name is Anya McGarry. Welcome and thanks for coming along. So what are we going to talk about? The Buteyko method. I'll just give you a background, my own background first of all, before we go into that. So I am a Buteyko practitioner, advanced breathwork coach, an equine specialist in the Agala method of equine therapy, and mindfulness certified. That is quite the mix, okay? I started life as an orthodontic nurse in Australia. I then came back to Ireland and worked for the HSE for my sins for 19 years, working with children and adults with special needs. I took a break like a lot of people did with COVID. And you know, there was no flexibility in the job at the time. I decided to stay home, raise my family and work from home. And in that time, like other people, I kind of got a chance to sit and think, what is it I actually want to do? What do I want to do going forward? And my biggest passion has always been horses, as we spoke about, and that's what got me into the equine assisted therapy side of things. But there was a lack of mental health people to work alongside full time, and it led me down kind of a different path. I read the book Breath by James Nestor. I don't know if any of you have read or heard of it. If you get a chance, it is amazing, give it a read. And that piqued my interest in breathwork again. It's something I had been interested in, and that piqued it again. And I decided to go and do a course with the Blissful Breath Academy. I got to advanced stage with that, but there was still something missing. There was still a piece of the puzzle that was missing for me. And I think it's because maybe in my science background in the medical field, there was just that little bit of science that I knew could be found and mixed with the breathwork. Now I have been doing Breathe with Horses sessions where I work with the horses and the breathwork, but I was looking for something for people with health. Because myself, I know from my own health issues, but also for other people's, there's so many sick people out there. There's so many people with high anxiety, serious mental health issues, all sorts of physical issues, breathing, everything. And I thought there has to be a way to improve that and help that. And I heard this man, Patrick McKeown, who was doing the Oxygen Advantage. I don't know if any of you have heard of that, and the Buteyko method. And that piqued my interest, and that's when I decided to become a Buteyko instructor. So, what is the Buteyko method? In basic terms, it was created by a man called Dr. Konstantin Buteyko, a Ukrainian doctor based in Russia. And what he found, he had some really severely ill patients, and he noticed the way they were breathing was a particular way. So they were breathing in a very shallow manner, high up in the chest, very rapid breathing, very noisy, erratic breathing. And he wondered, is the way they're breathing exacerbating the illness, or is the illness bringing on the breathing? So he worked with these patients and he changed the way they were breathing, like completely flipped, you know, the chart with them, got them to breathe lighter. So through the nose, nasal, lighter, softer, slow, and then finally deep. And this way of breathing brought about startling recoveries in these patients. So he worked mostly with people with respiratory issues and asthma and stuff like that. Patrick McKeown himself was a severe asthma sufferer. He worked with Dr. Buteyko in Russia. That's where he studied. And after 1 week, and he says this himself, he had 50% of reduction in his asthma symptoms. I mean, that alone is how amazing this way of breathing can be for people. But that has moved way on now since. So we've gone past asthma. Yes, of course, still works, but it works for a myriad of stuff, and I'll go through that a little bit. So basically, Buteyko breathing is changing the way we breathe, retraining how you breathe to optimize better health.